So folks, I have an issue with my dryer. It's not drying the clothes. They come out damp, and then I figured out that there's no heat inside the dryer. It's a Kenmore Elite He5 Dryer, about 12 years old. So I don't want to unnecessarily replace the dryer if I can fix it. So I had opened up the dryer some time back, and apparently there was a leak inside where the lint was or the air was coming out and then going inside the dryer, and there was a lot of lint accumulation inside. So I had opened the whole thing up, cleaned it out, and then put it back together. Also replaced the belts, and which was basically really cheap, less than 20 bucks. Replaced all the belts and the pulleys and everything. It's been working great. It was making a lot of noise before I did that, so since I did that overhaul, and I'm going to share some pictures from that overhaul effort in this video, but since that overhaul, it has been working fine. Now suddenly it stopped drying the clothes. So I basically tried to diagnose it, and it seems like there is no heat coming in from the element. So it looks like the element has gone out. It's a pretty inexpensive replacement, 15-20 bucks. So I thought might as well give it a shot and see if I can preserve or extend the life of this dryer rather than replace it. So last time I opened the whole thing up, took out the top, took out the front, took out the drum. I replaced the pulleys and the wheels and everything. But this time I'm going to try to access it from the bottom section. Just pull out this bottom section and see if that helps. I'm going to actually share the videos, or actually the pictures from that earlier work I did. Unfortunately, I didn't take a video, but hopefully that will help you understand how the whole mechanism works. So there we go. So the first thing is, of course, take out the plug from the wall. Make sure it is disconnected. And then I'm going to get in behind over here and remove the connection on the pipe, the dryer vent connection. But took it out just in case, because otherwise it may pull the whole thing from the wall. So it's pretty straightforward. It's just a clamp which you loosen and then it comes out easily. Looks like there is a lot of lint accumulation inside again. So obviously the lint filter is not working properly. So I may have to do a cleanup as well. And there's a pipe that goes at the bottom. I'm going to go in with a vacuum and try to pull out anything that is accumulated in there. The base is not really easy. There are screws underneath, inside over here, in the base, one on this side and the other side, and you have to loosen them to remove this part over here. So you can see over here there are the bolts. So here are the screws that need to be taken out. I've tilted it and it's resting on the back. Hopefully it will make it easier to take it out. You can see this comes out easily once you take out those 4 screws. And this is the heater element. This is inside there. So I'll have to figure out a way to take it out. It's not as bad as it seemed like from the pipes. So it looks like it's not leaking as much. There is still some lint, but not as bad as I was thinking. I'll just clean it out with a vacuum and a wand. So let's take out this front cover first, possibly. Let's see if that gives us more access. There are 2 screws. There's 1 screw over here and there's one underneath. So let's try to see if we can take it. We got this out. There are 2 screws. One was inside and the other one was here. I was able to use this flexible extension that I have for my drill to take out the screw. Otherwise it's going to be very tough. You may need a smaller kind of wrench or to work with it. These screws are 1/4 inch hex nuts, so you should be able to use that to take them off if needed. This is the part number and I'm unboxing it, so let's open it up and let's see what's inside. So this is the coil that comes in here, and I just got the coil. I didn't get the regulator, and all the regulator pieces as well. So hopefully this should fix the issue. So here's the coil. It fits inside a box where all the regular wires and all connect to it. You have to take out the entire box to replace it. It's attached to the box with tabs, and the box itself is attached with the tab at the top section, so you have to press down and then the whole thing comes out. So if you pull it out, the whole thing comes out, as you can see, and now it becomes easier to take out these screws on the side, again hex screws, to then finally take out the coil from inside. So you do have to take out this part to be able to work on this. So once the screws are off, then this will come apart, and as you can see, the coil is seated inside over here, so you'll just have to replace it and put the new coil in there. And looks like you may have to take out these screws as well. Seems like they also hold the pieces together. Let's see if we can remove it without having to take it apart from here. Don't have to take out those two screws, it just bends a little bit. It's a little delicate, so just be careful with it. But then the new coil can be seated in there, and hopefully this does the trick and it's back in action. Look at the old coil, you can see it has cracked in the middle. Actually, some of these tabs which are holding it above the plate, this is a metal plate, have broken, probably because of heat and all. And I'm guessing that this was touching the plate, so basically shorting the coil out, and that's why it was not working. So good that we saw it, otherwise it could have been an electrical issue as well. So hopefully once I fix it, that's all works fine. Test run, looks like it's working. You can even actually smell the heat, or smell the coil running for the first time. So time to put it all together. So I wanted to share some pictures from a previous dismantling effort. The dryer was making a lot of loud screeching noises and all. That was because the pulleys had worn out, and also the belt needed replacement. So I had to open it up. Also found a lot of lint accumulation, which also explained why it was not drying properly. So I cleaned it all out inside the pipes and all as well. One of the reasons why I wanted to show you these pictures were also because, if you noticed earlier, the drum attaches to the back panel, and then there are wheels attached to it on which it rotates. So to access the heating element, you do need to open up the lower panel in the front rather than accessing it from the back. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and please do consider subscribing so that I can get the encouragement to continue producing such videos. Bye.